What's going on? This is Pedram and I'm coming to you from Pedram TV. And today in this video, I want to talk about the biggest side effect of watching pornography and what happens to you if you're suffering from pornography addiction. So the biggest side effects of pornography has to be, as time goes on, over time, has to be isolation and loneliness and feeling of being alienated, um, and more followed by more and more isolation and loneliness. How do I know that? Because I've been an addict for a very, very long time. In fact, I developed addiction from as long as I remember. And I was lonely and I was isolated. Now, even though I was really, really good with people and I was really social, I was really outgoing, uh, and most people liked me and wanted to be around me, but I would isolate. I would isolate deliberately. So I would purposely isolate myself from people so I can go and practice my addiction. And the loneliness and the isolation got so huge and become a problematic, and it became a big problem in my life, to a point where I used to do everything alone. I used to isolate. I used to not hang around with anyone. I used to just go to my addiction, and I would practice and I would act out and I act out and act out. And the feeling of loneliness, disconnection, isolation grow bigger and bigger. And the reason I'm making this video is I want to really warn you about what you're doing. If you are watching this video right now and you have problem with porn and you cannot stop watching porn, it might be all fun and game now, but over time, as time goes on, you will feel worse and worse, and you start to go inwards. So you start to go, your consciousness goes inward, and you start to feel lonely, disconnected, and you really don't know what are you doing here and what is your purpose, because you are just making your brain used to dopamine. And so when you are not watching pornography or when you're not practicing your addiction, life seems mundane and it feels boring and it feels tiring and you don't really want to live. And so you go back to the addiction and you watch more you watch more pornography, and as time goes on, you feel more disconnected, more loneliness, and then as a result of you being having more pain, more lonely, more disconnected, you watch more pornography just so that you feel better. And then what happens is the cycle continues, and then you feel more lonely, more isolation, and over time you need more and more pornography and you need more outrageous stuff to get the same effect. And as time goes on, the effect becomes less and less, and the effect becomes less and less, and you need more and you need more and you need more and you need more. So if you're watching this video, I would like to tell you, if you're watching pornography, this is not a joke at all. If you're watching pornography, you got to do something about pornography, because it will suck the life out of your soul and it will destroy your livelihood. It's essential to stop. And one of my biggest side effects of pornography is feeling of alienated, disconnection, loneliness, feeling of you are alone and no one is here to save you, feeling of who am I and who are these people. And it's really, really, really dangerous, guys. If you're watching this, it's not a joke. Now, it might be fun and games now, but over time, as you watch, you're going to discover this is not really fun and games. And I speak to a lot of addicts because this is what I do. And I have come across people where they needed so much of their drugs that no longer acting out one or two times satisfy them. And I even spoke to people who have said that they used to act out for 8 hours a day, to a point where they used to bleed and get bloody, but they would carry on, and act out, because these people are looking for more of them, of the high. But the high, as time goes on, it no longer give you the high you want, and you do more and more, and it works less and less. And that's how drug addiction works the same, because you are always chasing that first high. Same with pornography. It really isn't a joking matter. And if you're watching this video, I would like to warn you that you got to do something about this. And if you're having problem, over time this problem is going to worsen, and it's going to be a big problem. Now, there are even some rumors and some research that goes along the line of they done this research where they asked serial killers who what are their common interests, and pornography was one of it. And this isn't a joke, guys. This isn't a joke at all. And if you're watching this video, like I said again and again, might be all fun and games now, but you'll start to get to a dark, scary, lonely, disconnected, alienated place, which is very bad for your soul. And it's important you do something about it. It's important you overcome it. One of the side effects I got from this addiction was loneliness, disconnected, alienated, foreign. When you have that foreign feeling, and as time goes on, this gets worse and worse. The loneliness will get huge. The disconnection becomes huge. You no longer can relate people. You no longer can talk to people. Everything becomes mundane. Everything becomes boring. And it's dangerous, guys. It's dangerous. I cannot express how dangerous it is, because the feeling I'm describing to you are the feelings that I had. I remember I was an addict, right? And these are the feelings that I went through. And I do not want the same things happening to you if you are watching pornography. That's why I made it my mission to help as many men possible overcome porn addiction, and to go out there and connect with God, connect with God of their understanding, with their higher power, and to really work on their morality, and to really go out there and beat this addiction, because this addiction is huge, guys. So the biggest side effect has to be feeling of loneliness, isolation, disconnected, alienated, a foreign feeling, a feeling of what's the point of all this? And this feeling grows, guys. This feeling grows bigger, scarier. And what's dangerous about porn also, it's never enough. It's never enough. The more you do it, the more you want it. The more you do it, the more you want it. And that's how the cycle of addiction works. And over time, the things you used to watch that you used to get a high out of, they no longer work. So you go and rely on more stronger stuff and to do the job, and they don't do it. So it becomes more dangerous. You'll be watching things might be opposite sex, then go same sex, and on and on. You get an idea where this can go, guys. You get an idea where this can lead up to. It becomes go to a something on the outer space, dark, scary, black hole, guys. And this is where it goes. And that's why I want to tell you, you got to overcome this now. You might say you are hyping it up, and you are over exaggerating, but this is not a joking matter, guys. I was an ex-addict. I know how it feels. I went to a place where this was dark for me. I went to a dark place, and I know what it feels like now. I never got to luckily, I was lucky by the grace of God. I managed to get myself out on time. I never went to the black hole, to scary place, but I know some of the feelings that I'm describing to you. I got those feelings, and I know where this can tell you. I know how excuse me. I know how it feels to have this addiction. And it's not a joke, guys. It's really, really not a joke. So it is a scary addiction, and it can only lead to I don't even want to scare you. It will only lead to disaster, guys. Disaster. So thanks again for taking the time. This has to be the biggest side effects of porn. This is serious matter, guys. Uh, if you wanting to stop right now and you're struggling, it's okay, guys. I made it my mission to help men overcome this addiction, and I leave a link on the description. I want you to click on that link, and I want you to join my community of men. Now, some people ask me, why is this only for men? Because I want to help the men. Because if I help the men, I will automatically help women. But if I try to help both, I will not help either. So I have to choose to help the men only, just because this is a very sensitive topic, and I want the men to I want to be able to do the best I can to help men overcome this addiction. And that's why it's only men only community. If you're a woman watching this, you are welcome to watch my content, but for the community is only for men. And I'm sure there are other people out there who help women when it comes to this stuff, but I choose to help the men because I want to help them in the best of my ability. Thanks again for taking the time to click the link. Go and join my community where I show you exactly what it takes to overcome, and I give you the support it takes to overcome this addiction. Because let me tell you, you cannot overcome this addiction alone. Good luck. You cannot overcome it. I tried, never worked. No one can overcome this addiction alone. You need the community of people. First, God, the higher power, and the second, you need the community of people to overcome this addiction. So thanks again. If you really resonate with this message and you would like to help me out, reach out to more people, I would like you to subscribe, like, and share this video, and leave a comment below if there is any question or any comment. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this video. Until next time, another video, take care.